If you, like me, are a busy mom who finds herself rolling her eyes constantly at all the wellness advice out there because it just feels completely unrealistic for this season of your life, hello and welcome. This video is for you. Moms are notoriously bad at investing in their self-care, and for good reason. We're short on time. We've got little ones that require all of our attention. We've got mental checklists going constantly, and our energy is dispersed in 1,000 different places. In short, we've got a lot going on. So when you see self-care tips out there that are 10-step skincare routines in the morning, or cold plunging, or 45 minutes of uninterrupted journaling time, for many of us, it's okay, yeah, in what universe? And we just throw in the towel on self-care entirely. But I am here to tell you, as a friend and a fellow mom and a certified personal trainer, nutritionist, pre and postnatal specialist, wellness coach, whatever, what have you, the problem is not motherhood. The problem is trying to take non-mom specific tips, strategies, routines, whatever, and retrofit them into motherhood. Instead, what we have to do is figure out what works for this season of life and then ignore all the other noise and wellness gurus out there. And that's what we are going to talk about today. My top 5 realistic, low effort habits that actually support wellness as a busy mom. These are things that work for me as a full-time working toddler mom who is super pregnant. And these are things that work for my clients that I work with in a one-on-one capacity or on my app Well Mamas. Regardless, they're science-based, they're science-backed, they're tried and true, and I'm excited to share them with you today. If you're new here, my name is Bailey. I'm a certified personal trainer, certified nutritionist, pre-postnatal specialist, and most importantly, I am a mom. I have a almost 2-year-old little baby girl who's a perfect angel baby, and I'm extremely pregnant with another baby girl on the way. I post videos all about realistic, holistic wellness in the context of the motherhood. So if that's the kind of thing you're into, I would love for you to subscribe to this channel and say hello in the comments to all your new mom friends. If you're not new here, welcome back. Okay, let's dive into our realistic, low effort tips for moms. Number 1, this is a favorite of mine. I swear by this habit. And it's the use of custom focus modes on your smartphone. Now stick with me because this is not as technologically challenging as it may sound. Focus modes on your phone are honestly one of the easiest ways to feel just a little bit more in control of your life and your brain space, especially when you're juggling 1 million things and you've got 1,000 lists going on at all times. Distractions in that capacity are the enemy. If you've never used a focus mode before, it's basically a controlled setting that you can put on your phone that will let you decide which apps, which people, which notifications, etc. can get to you at specific times throughout the day. So I did this on an iPhone. Candidly, I'm not totally sure how this would work on Google, but I believe they have the same functionality. So you might just need to do a little quick search. But anyway, it's great because you can preset when they turn on, when they turn off. And so the mental load is gone. You set it one time, forget it, and then it's just there for you. So for example, I have a work time focus mode that goes off Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, no exceptions, unless I turn it off. In my work focus mode, no social app notifications will come to me. None of my personal email notifications will come to me. My work email, fortunately, will still come to me. And then I can set up who can reach me during that time. So I get notifications from my husband when we have a nanny. I have my nanny on there. I have my immediate family, just in case. You can also set up notifications for specific apps. So I do allow notifications from our daycare app because we send pictures all day long and I love to see what little baby girl is doing. But outside of those things that I've allowed through in that focus mode, so 9 to 5, Monday through Friday every week, nothing else can get to me from a notification standpoint. Phone calls, voicemails, etc. I also have one that helps me with my wind down time. So at 8 p.m. every day of the week, no matter what, my phone goes on do not disturb. Again, I have a couple things that I will let through. Primarily, again, my husband, my immediate family, etc. No social apps, no work email, no personal email, no Slack, nothing that would invite me or tempt me to doom scroll or whatever late after 8 p.m. That is my cutoff time. I am not doing screens after that. And this just helps me set it, forget it, have that discipline baked in. Every time you pick up your phone and you're hit with 17 different notifications, even if none of them are super important and time pressing, it's still just energy that your brain is using trying to sort through that information. It's mental gymnastics that you can just avoid by setting up these boundaries. It's a way for you to pre-decide what matters to you during certain times of your day. So maybe you're a stay-at-home mom. Maybe there's specific blocks of time that you either want to really be productive or you want to really be focused with your kids and not tempted to scroll, whatever. You can set these things up to support that goal and to support how you want to spend your time. You could even set a mom off duty focus time, which basically means your phone will tell you absolutely nothing except for maybe what time. The magic is in the customization of it. So if this is not something you've tried before, I would highly recommend it. It's really supportive of your mental and emotional and just overall wellness and how you're spending your time, which supports every other goal that you have in your life. So highly recommend. Okay, tip number 2 is all about intentional rest. Now, we all know the importance of sleep when it comes to our health. Good quality sleep is important for your recovery from exercise, for your mental health, your hormones, your digestion. Like there's 1,010,000 things that physically require us to get good sleep. We also know that in motherhood, sometimes sleep is not on the table for you. Good quality sleep is not on the table for you. My daughter, who, as I said, is about to turn 2, only recently, and by that I mean in the last few weeks, started sleeping through the night regularly. So we've had 2+ years, if you include pregnancy, of not getting good quality sleep. I'm also in my 3rd trimester, which means I'm up like 5 times a night, either dealing with heartburn, trying to like stack all my pillows to like elevate my body so I'm not struggling with that, or having to pee, or just like being in pain, turning over, the glamour of 3rd trimester. The point is, when the world out there is constantly harping on the importance of good sleep for your health and wellness, and you're a mom in a season where sleep is not super accessible to you, it can feel really discouraging that you're just like, well, okay, I guess my health is just in the toilet for this season of life. But thankfully, that is not true. Whether you're not getting good sleep because of pregnancy, or kids that aren't sleeping, or insomnia, or anxiety, or the millions of other reasons that we don't get good sleep, there is an alternative that, while not quite as good, is still really beneficial for your health. And that's the concept of non-sleep deep rest, or NSDR. I first learned about this idea from a podcast that I listened to with Andrew Huberman. So feel free to Google that and find it and get all the like scientific, he's a neurologist. You can get all his like scientific knowledge behind it. But essentially it's the idea that like deep rest, so even 10 to 15 minutes of just laying still in a quiet, dark room with your eyes closed, like even if you're not sleeping, that can still help your nervous system reset in really significant ways. It helps you fight off your fight or flight mode, and can even improve things like your mood, your focus, and your recovery, which is pretty amazing for like 10 to 15 minutes of not sleep. Obviously, nothing can replace like a really good night's rest, right? But NSDR is so great for those nights when you just can't fall asleep, or you've got a baby latched to you, or those rare moments when the house is quiet and you can sneak off to get your 10 minutes, maybe while the baby's napping or something else, of just like quality rest, intentional rest, even if it's not sleep. It's just a little way to keep supporting yourself and your body if sleep is not on the table for you right now. A bonus tip to this is to make sure that whatever sleep or deep rest or whatever you are getting is fully optimized. So think like dark room, white noise machine if that's your thing, cool temperatures, no devices, etc. Another way I'm currently optimizing my sleep is by being really intentional about which pillow I'm using. I apparently have been living under a rock because I did not know until very recently that sleep lines are a different type of wrinkle that can form on your face while you're sleeping that are different than like expression lines, like smile lines, or like these lines when I get surprised or just really am expressive in any way, shape, or form. Sleep lines are vertical, expression lines are horizontal. I didn't know this, and I didn't know that sleep could be causing more fine lines and wrinkles in my face, which as I age is not something that I'm like super keen on doubling down on. And does not just feel like adding insult to injury. Like sometimes sleep is not that available to you as a mom, but the sleep that you can get is actually causing wrinkles. Cool. I've never been someone who just like naturally looked cute waking up, even when I try, especially when I'm pregnant. I'm just like, I'm sweaty, I'm just like not a naturally cute gal, and that's fine. But I didn't realize that waking up with those deep lines, waking up puffiness and all of that is stuff you can actually do something with. Until the lovely team at Sleep and Glow reached out to me, and that brings us to the sponsor of this portion of today's video, Sleep and Glow. They sent me their Omnia pillow to try out, and this pillow is designed specifically by orthopedists to help prevent sleep wrinkles. It was a vertical sleep line, even for my fellow side sleepers or stomach sleepers. It's also designed to help support your posture, which is super important for those of us that are constantly hunched over a screen, or like on our computers, or like bending over in weird ways to pick up our kids. Like keeping yourself in alignment while you're sleeping is so key. The design is so smart. It cradles your head and neck, whether you're on your back or on your side, and your face actually floats in the pillow. So you're not up against the pillow with your face being smushed all night long, forming those lines. Your face is like floating, allowing your skin to just kind of like rest and chill. You can literally like slide your finger between your cheek and the pillow while you're laying on it, which is pretty crazy. And because we're all about the science around here, I was really intrigued to see that they had done a clinical study in like a dermatologist setting that showed that 87% of people saw a reduction in their sleep wrinkles after just 3 months. We're talking 67% on the forehead, which is where mine show up the most, 52% around the mouth, just from changing how you sleep. For me, I've noticed less puffiness, fewer lines when I wake up, and just less stiffness in my neck, which is such a gift when you're waking up. Unless, like I said, I'm stocking 75 pillows to deal with my acid reflux. So, thankfully, just one less thing to worry about on your journey through the magic of motherhood and womanhood when it comes to getting a good night's sleep. There is a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you can try it, see how you like it, make sure it suits you and like make it comfortable, which I believe that it will. If you want to check it out, I've got a discount code in the description box below, so so feel free to do so. Link and details are all down there. Thank you again to Sleeping Glow team for sponsoring this portion of the video. Okay, habit or tip number 3 is all about nervous system anchors. This one is less about what you do and more about how you help your body feel safe. As moms, our nervous systems very often are like maxed. Somebody always needs something. There is always something else to do, always something else that you're like worried you're going to forget. And the best wellness advice out there right now is like to just relax or journal, or things just aren't realistic for us. A nervous system anchor is like a teeny repeatable cue that tells your body like, hey, we're good, we're safe, we're not being chased, everything's fine, we can breathe. And unlike a daily 60-minute yoga class or like a silent retreat, which all sound lovely in theory but are absolutely unrealistic for this season of life, this is something you can actually do in the middle of your very real life. For me, I like to take 3 deep breaths, whether it's before I check my email or before I have a hard phone call or like after I'm dealing with a tantrum or whatever, just to create a little buffer between me and the noise. The other one I really love to do is to drive in silence. So I'm notorious for like a 2 p.m. run to the coffee shop down the street, get a little pick-me-up treat. I do it every single day. But I always drive there and back in silence when I can because it just, again, it helps me reset. It's just a little tiny pocket of time that I can let my body recharge, just take a moment and just remember like, okay, I'm fine. I'm doing well. They're not perfect habits, but they just remind me that I'm not in crisis mode because it can be easy to suddenly you're really hunched up and you don't even realize that throughout the day just because you're doing stuff. The moments don't look impressive. They're not going to like win the internet, but they help you shift out of survival mode back into a space where you can think, you can breathe, and you can choose what you're going to do next rather than just constantly reacting to everything. Anything you can do to help yourself not operate from like survival mode all day long is crucial for your health and wellness. So having a nervous system anchor is a great way to do that in like really teeny tiny little manageable chunks of time. Okay, habit number 4 is the 15-minute mindset. One of the biggest lies that we believe as women, as moms, is that we need a full hour in order to like do anything net new in our day, in order to be productive towards a certain goal or a certain task or whatever. I see this all the time with the women that I work with. They're like, I don't have an hour in my day that I can work out. Okay, well, nobody said you needed an hour. Like, I don't know what our mental block is around that amount of time, but it's a lie and we need to let it go. Whether it's a workout or journaling or starting to attack that mountain of laundry that you've neglected for a couple days, it feels useless unless you can do all of it. So you're like, why bother? But here's the truth. 15 focused minutes can seriously shift your energy, your mood, your productivity, and your physical well-being. I talk about this a lot on my channel, but it's about micro consistency, not perfect routines. Most of us can find 15 minutes somewhere in the midst of the chaos, maybe even a couple times a day. And even if it's not 15, the same concept applies to 10 minutes, 5 minutes, etc. But in 15 minutes, you can do like a full stretch and mobility circuit. In fact, all the mobility circuits that I have on my app, Well Mamas, are 10 minutes long. Well, you don't need 15 of them. In 15 minutes, you can brain dump in a journal. You can do 50 air squats while brewing a cup of coffee. You can reset a room. You can prep a veggie for dinner, or you can just breathe with no one touching you for a second. Whatever makes you feel more grounded or more like yourself, 15 minutes is enough to make a dent. It's also a sneaky way to like build momentum towards your goals because each time you do it, you prove to yourself that you don't need that hour. You don't need an entirely new lifestyle. You don't need life to calm down a little bit. You just need 15 minutes. You're no longer chasing the like elusive free time as the moment that you'll finally get to take care of yourself. You're proving to yourself day by day through this micro consistency that you can do this in your real life with your real responsibilities and your real children and your real situation. You just need to be a little creative and willing to check. So 15 minutes, all you need. Okay, tip number 5, and maybe the best one, is to reduce the micro decisions. I honestly believe that one of the biggest challenges of motherhood that plague all of us is decision fatigue. By the time you've answered 47 questions about what snacks are available, where somebody's shoes are, where that favorite cup went, and what's for dinner, your brain is mush, or at least mine is. And then you're still expecting yourself to find a way to decide what's best for you and like what workout are you going to do and what podcast do you want to listen to? What shirt still fits you? Like, no. This is where reducing micro decisions becomes a wellness strategy. The more you can automate or just simplify the tiny things in life or in your day to day, the more mental space you will free up for the things that actually matter. And you'll get yourself a little more breathing room in your brain along the way. For me, this looks like following a workout plan. Spoiler, it is the workout plan that I program in the Well Mamas app because all of my workouts are 30 minutes or less. You can get them at home with minimal equipment. It's really important to me to be able to be like, okay, I've got my block of time. I'm just going to open the app, hit play, and go, and not have to think about like, what am I going to do? Do I want to do upper body or lower body? Like, no, I don't have time for that. I just want to hit play and go. I also have go-to meals. I have an extremely monochromatic wardrobe because I don't want to spend time thinking about what matches each other. Basically, I'm just trying to reduce the amount of non-critical thinking that I have to do throughout the day every single day. Because when my brain isn't burning energy on like breakfast decisions, it has just a little more fuel to handle toddler negotiations and relationship conflict and work deadlines, etc. It's not about being rigid. It's about creating supportive systems so you don't have to rely on motivation or willpower or creativity every single day. Fewer decisions means more ease. And that is the vibe we are all going for. By the way, if you want to check out the Workout Side program on the Well Mamas app, as well as the monthly meal plans we have, which can take your meal planning off your plate. We also have mindfulness guides in there for moms, mom meditations, etc. You can try all of that for free for a week using the link in the description box below. We would love to have you there. Those are my 5 tips, my 5 low effort, realistic, you can actually do these and it will make a difference. Wellness tips for busy moms like myself. They're not flashy, they're not that exciting, but they work. Let me know in the comments below which one hit home for you, or share your own low effort but high impact tips so we can help all the other mamas in this community out. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like. That really supports my channel. And if you want more like realistic wellness for moms content without all the BS, I would love for you to subscribe to this channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.